All right. Good morning. Good morning. Okay. Yay. So, we are here with Miss Alyssa.
Hi.
Yeah. And she is a brand new consultant, and so she is our guinea pig for this video. So you may have already watched How to Unpack Your Starter Kit, but she was our starring consultant in that. But her inventory just came in, and so I was asking her what that was like when your boxes showed up on your doorstep.
Yeah, so my first thought was, I was like, oh my gosh, all my inventory is here. I'm so excited. And like, my husband opened the door and he was like, I'll let you get those. So I did. I brought them all in. And then I was like, I have to open them right now. So I opened all of them. And the first thing you see is like all the popcorn.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, okay. But then you like dig through it and there's all your products. And then my second thought was, oh my gosh, what do I do now? So
the panic.
Yeah. So I brought all my boxes into my office, and then I kind of went through them, and I knew that my director, lovely Rachel, was coming over the next day to like help me go through it all. So I was like, I'm gonna try to make it a little easier for her and just group them by like product type, like all the foundations together, even though there's like several different kinds of foundations.
Yeah.
And but yeah, and then you came over and we kind of figured out a system that worked for us.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So we thought we would make a video for you guys about like your product comes in, OMG, now what? So this is the OMG now what video. So we did it yesterday, and so this is going to be just kind of like a recap of what we learned and what you can do to make this easy for you. So it was really cool because that did save a lot of time and probably a lot of like, I don't know what to do, is you did absolutely group them by the categories. So it was really easy. So that would be the first thing is feel free to open your boxes and dig in. Like that's the fun stuff. But yeah, if you go through and put all your lipsticks together, put all your eyeshadows together, put all your cheek colors together, that made it really easy to like organize everything. So, so the one thing we talked about this in the starter kit video was, first of all, you're going to have your packing slips in your box. And we kind of referred back to this a couple times, so you might want to kind of keep this near you while you're doing it. But we also talked about in that other video to, like, any sales receipts that you have, you know, gas receipts, track your mileage, you know, like when you go places that are Mary Kay related, track your mileage. There's a lot of apps that you can use that track your mileage for you. But anyway, so this would go in like a manila envelope, or she has like one of these, one for every month. So it could be whatever you want. But all your paperwork, all your receipts, that's, you know, you would have something one for every month to keep it straight. So what you would do to kind of get everything demoed out. So actually, what a demo is, we should probably talk about what a demo is. They're like, what's a demo? Do you want to talk about like what a demo is now that you know the whole point of it?
Yeah, so Rachel put in my first inventory order. So when I got it in, I was like, oh, there's like 2 of everything, because I got the 1800 level inventory to start with.
I don't know where the dog is at. I couldn't see him outside.
Okay, we're doing our video. Okay, I love you. You can go ahead.
And so then, so I opened all of it. I was like, there's 2 of everything. I don't really know what to do. So I just grouped it all together. And then she came over and she was like, well, we're going to demo, you know, the half of it. So demoing is like you take one of the products and then that's what you use at like your parties. It's like your trial stuff. So yeah, that was cool. And I kind of had an idea, but I didn't realize that you demoed out like every single product. But yeah, now I have like all kinds of demos to use, and it's super exciting.
Yeah. So what you would need to demo your product, and you can use your demos for personal use too, and I kind of like that as a new consultant, because like if you demo out eyeshadows, for example, it gives you a way to try out, you know, however many eyeshadows you want to try, or lipsticks, you know, when you demo them out, you can absolutely use them at your parties, but it's nice because you start to learn what your favorites are. The other thing that's really cool about demoing is I think you sell what you love. And so a lot of times people are kind of nervous about demoing stuff out, but if you don't demo it out, you'll never sell it because you'll never use it and you'll never talk about it. So like we didn't get everything in the men's line, but like we got a face wash and a shave foam for her husband, Nick. And he is in the military right now. So, I mean, a lot of times, like, when he loves it, then it's like, you'll have, like, oh, you should try this. This is what my husband uses.
Yeah.
So we demoed it out just because she'll be able to talk about that, too. So, anyway, so what you would need to do is you would get some sales tickets out. And what you do is you would write on the top of them whatever month it is. So February 2018 demos. And, you know, you could have one of these for every month. The other thing, once you get really going in your business, is you might have another sales ticket that says personal use. So, like, there's a difference at some point between your demos, because these would be, like, for parties versus personal use. And then, like, another one you might have is discontinued. So, like, sometimes when things are discontinued, then I have a third sales ticket category, and it would say like, February 2018 discontinued. And I'll write those things down that are discontinued. Like we were talking about this. Oh, yeah. I have longer arms. We were talking about it. Like, so right now, this is out, but maybe when you watch this won't be here anymore. And so it's a body butter. So I was telling her, like, if you were to write this on a discontinued sales ticket, well then, like, sometimes I'll give this away as, like, hostess prizes or something like that. So that's kind of cool. The other thing before we really dive in is, we also talked about, how if something came in your starter kit, you don't have to demo it out on a piece of paper because it was already accounted for on a packing slip. So for example, like when I came over, she already had the CC creams that came in the starter kit out of the box and in a pocket of the roll-it bag, and we didn't have to like note it on this. And then to explain this in detail, what we did is we just literally took everything out of the box that we wanted to demo. Like, here's our box. If you can, where's it at? Oh, there it is. So there's one of the boxes, and we just took them out of the boxes. And when we took it out of the box, we noted it on the sales ticket. So for example, you don't have to write. Do you want to talk about that? You don't have to write about every single. So how you did that?
So while we were demoing out products, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to have to write down like every single color of all the like lipsticks. And Rachel was like, no. You just have to write like 6. So that made it a lot easier. For instance, like the satin body, we got the whole set, but they were all the same price. So we just had to put satin body and then 3 next to it. And like the unit price was $18. And then for like the perfecting concealer, you have all your shades. But we didn't have to put like light beige or very deep. Like we just had to put 6 next to perfecting concealer and then the unit price. So yeah, that made it like 10 times faster, way more
painful.
easier. And that was really good to know because I'm the type of person that would have written
line
out
by line,
every single color.
Line by line.
Yeah.
So there's a time-saving tip. So if you can kind of see as an example what that looked like, it's just the stuff, however many we demoed, and then the price and all that. So, okay. So then, I'm trying to, we should kind of like we were making notes yesterday on like, things we wanted to share with you. Oh, do you want to talk about the one of something like, we were talking about with Nick and how we got like just one, or you know what I mean? Or, the satin body, how we just got one, and that was like more, like for you to personally use, or.
Yeah, so.
Or you could do them as the customer. I was trying to remember what we talked about. The customer, how you could have it for samples.
Yeah.
And the squeezy things.
Yeah.
And
so like the satin hands, for instance, Rachel did a sample video before of how you can like put some of the satin hands in these little like clamshell things that you can get.
It was the satin body,
Or
just so they're
body.
not confused.
Oh yeah, sorry. The satin body lotion and that set. So that's really cool to use as samples. So I don't necessarily have like more than one of those, but I can sell I can give away the samples, and then people can try the product, and then if they want to get it, I can have time to order it. And same with the shaving cream and the face wash that Nick is currently using, my husband. He already told me he loves the face wash. So,
Cool.
you know, he can try that stuff, and then by word of mouth, he can tell, you know, his buddies that he works with and, you know, kind of get the word out there. So that's, you know, that's the benefit of having, you know, the one item, because you get to kind of trial and error it.
Absolutely. Yep. Okay. So then we'll kind of show you what to do. So,
You want me to hold it?
sure. Yeah, sure. So this is her, one of her roll-up bags that she got. So we basically, yesterday, this video is to get you party ready, just like we did for her, except we already did the painful stuff of getting it out of the boxes and noting it. So this is the fast forward, speeded up version. But we could kind of start with your skincare video. So you
Oh
can...
my gosh, I didn't know they came off.
Oh, really?
I had no idea.
Yeah. This
That's
is great,
awesome.
right? So yeah, so this is, yeah. So it's really, what we might as well just really wow the crowd now.
Yeah.
And so these come off.
I had no idea.
And if you fold it, see how it folds here and folds there?
Yeah.
So when you travel, like if you travel on a plane,
Yeah.
like you could pack all these in your suitcase, and then when you arrive somewhere,
Oh
you
my
just boom, and it
gosh.
hangs, this swivels so it doesn't hang
Yeah.
like awkwardly on your door.
Holy cow.
I also enjoy that these are clear. Like a lot of bags are black and you can't see what's in them. And then whenever you get somewhere, you just snap them. These are also great for moms because if you're traveling with your kids, like I'll put my stuff, but I usually save one of these pockets for my kids, and I'll put their toothbrushes and combs and hair bands and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And so this is when we do a closing video. But they can get the roll-up bag for free, or satin hands, and so that's how I sell a roll-up bag. Is that moment?
That's amazing. I didn't know.
Right?
that you could do
You're like,
that.
whoa,
Yeah.
whoa, baby. All right. So what we did is sometimes people, depending on, so like Alyssa said, she started with an 1800, right? But let's say you started with a 3600. Well, then you might have more inventory than she does. You might have more skincare products to demo. So with her 1800, we were able to squeeze almost everything, her skincare and her makeup, into this bag. But two things could change. Like one, maybe you started at a higher level and you have more skincare items to begin with. So sometimes people like to have one roll-up bag with just their skincare, and then maybe they'll have a roll-up bag with their makeup or something. So it's totally up to you. The other thing that you might find that changes over time is as you add more products into your store, like, I mean, eventually what's great is you won't have to repack, but eventually you could demo out another roll-up bag and you could just, does that make sense? Eventually you may need more room. So that's what's nice and flexible with this is you just change your pockets, move them somewhere else. So anyway, so we thought we would kind of show you what we demoed out and how we organized it and all that kind of stuff. So if we start with the skincare, this one is going to be pretty easy. It's just going to be your miracle set, your skincare that comes in your starter kit. And all this stuff, you guys, I can't tell you enough. You should be using it morning and night. Like you will love it, and that's how you sell it. Like people don't really care sometimes all the detailed science in it. They just want to know why you love it.
Yeah.
Like Nick, he's like, I love it. And then you can be like, my husband loves this. And then people be like,
Yep.
oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah.
So we have one pocket that basically has your miracle set in it. But what else? And it doesn't matter how you organize your pockets necessarily. So please don't try to make your pockets look exactly like ours. Like basically we have skincare pockets and makeup pockets. I did want to show you a couple things though that you might not know why it's really cool or how to use it. So these two things are amazing. This is Replenishing Serum Plus C. What's interesting about vitamin C, well, and these are vitamin C squares. So what's cool about vitamin C is it's one of the best things for your skin. Like it's good for your body, but it's also good for your skin. Except there's no way to put it like on your face unless you physically take vitamin, like your skin doesn't produce vitamin C. And so this is like a gift to your face. So we originally had this Replenishing Serum Plus C. So I'm going to have you hold it.
Yes.
But then what happened is this right here, my friends, is a beauty industry first. So no one else will ever have what we have. And this is pure vitamin C. So this is not pure. It's amazing, but no one has ever been able to capture pure vitamin C before. So I don't want to open this on you because vitamin C degrades with air, light, water, and time. And so this is literally a pure vitamin C thing. And what it looks like, it's the coolest thing in the world. It looks when you peel this little thing open, you'll like open it up, and it looks like there's this little tiny like Listerine strip that you would put on your tongue. That's exactly what it looks like. And you take that little Listerine thing, which is pure vitamin C, and you put the little square in the palm of your hand, and you add a little couple drops of water, and you like swirl it up in there really good, and you kind of like scratch at it to dissolve it. But then what's really cool about it is you can mix the vitamin C serum with any one of our serums. But if you really want like a big dose of vitamin C, like you can mix it with the C serum. And if you just do the water thing and put it on your face, it can't like transport the vitamin C into like your skin. It would just be laying on the top. But when you mix it with a serum, that's what really transports it into people's faces. And it's like...
Yeah. I actually, I had my aunt and my grandma try it.
Wondering, yes.
Yeah. And they loved, my aunt like went ahead and got two packs of those already because she said it felt amazing. And when I've tried it too, and it feels like a day on the beach. I don't know, like that's how I would describe it.
I like the smell. I love the smell of the sea serum.
Yes.
I love that.
Yeah.
So, and the big thing is you want to make sure it's dissolved. Like, did they have anything coming off their faces?
No.
Okay.
No.
So if you get like stuff coming, like peely stuff, you just got to dissolve your vitamin C more. So that is one pocket of greatness, and that's a skincare pocket. And obviously, it's all accounted for on her sales tickets. The other skincare pocket that we have, just to kind of show you. Can I like dump it in your lap or your hands or something, and then we'll like rotate it over once we talk about it. These are just a couple of examples of things, and I'll just give you some helpful hints. The charcoal mask. This is like in the top 3 rated charcoal masks of all time. It's also one of the most inexpensive charcoal masks of all time. It's also great because it washes off, so it doesn't like peel your face. The peel off kinds, there was a report that was done, and when you peel them off, it actually makes your pores bigger because you're ripping your pores open.
That does make
So
sense.
charcoal masks and masks in general, you don't really want it to be like, it's just not healthy. But this has so many good things in it. It has the navy bean. One of the things you don't have is the tone correcting serum. But like the tone, no. Okay. But like the tone correcting serum, that's another, I think Mary Kay has like 14 or 1,500 patents worldwide. And one of them is those vitamin C squares. Another one is the navy bean, which is interesting because the navy bean, they were just studying stuff. And the navy bean was found to be one of the best things to brighten your skin tone and even your complexion. So if people say, I wish my skin was more even, then it's the tone correcting serum. But there's actually navy bean in this, so it helps take redness out of their skin. This reduces their pore. I could go on and on, but another day.
Awesome.
We also have, as far as masks go, we have the moisture renewing gel mask. This is so good. Like if people feel like really dry, this is probably, I feel like, one of the best things for your face. Let me see your hand.
Yeah.
The back of it.
Back of it.
Feel how cold that is.
Ooh.
And like,
It's very, yeah.
imagine
very
putting
cool.
that on your face.
It just feels very refreshing. And it's like very moisturizing. It like seeps in already.
And this mask is the one of the only kind of, it's a moisture renewing gel mask.
Yeah.
So you can leave it on for 10 minutes and wipe it off, but it's actually a mask that you can sleep in. So it would be the last thing you would put on after your moisturizer. You
Yeah.
can sleep in it, and it dries. Like I don't know if you can tell, but it'll dry really fast, you know?
Yeah.
It'll still feel really smooth. But this is great. And it's so, like, our products are so well priced.
They are. They really are.
Let's see. This is pretty exciting. This is a Indulge Soothing Eye Gel. It's made with like cucumber extracts and stuff, and it has like a really kind of just clean, nothing to it,
Yeah.
you know. And actually, since you're sitting here, how would you feel about just trying a little something here?
Yes.
Actually, there's some in your lid.
Yep.
And if you take that and you're just going to put it on the top of your cheekbones, and the heat from your face will make this product rise. But if you keep this eye gel in your fridge. It makes it really cold. Oh, and like this is great for tired eyes if you're exhausted. It's like an instant pep talk to your face. And it also helps with puffiness. So like one of my friends' mom was going through chemo, and her face was always really puffy in the mornings. And she'd put this on in the mornings, and it would instantly like depuff her face. It's so inexpensive. Oh, it also has some, I think it's witch hazel, but it also takes like the itch out of mosquito bites. So like if you have kids and they have like an itchy bite or something, you can put a little bit of this on, and it helps take the itch and like the burn out.
Feels very cold, but it also feels very like fresh. Like it's tightening my skin.
Yeah, the tightening. Tightening. Mm-hmm. Yep, that's cool. So, and things that like feel good. We put this in here. It's Mint Bliss Energizing Lotion for Feet and Legs. But we were talking about this yesterday. It has like peppermint and stuff in it. Just a lot of like botanicals. You can also put this like if your shoulders hurt, you know, because it just loosens like tight muscles, or after a really good workout. But like you can have people put this on their feet and legs and wrap their feet in like hot towels, like washcloths, and put their feet in like Walmart bags, like plastic bags, and tie it, and it'll keep the heat in. Oh, so this is great for like spa stuff.
I feel like it would also be good for like fibromyalgia people,
Yes.
or like I get tension headaches all the time. So like putting that with like a hot rag would probably feel like heaven. Yeah.
That's so true. We have the acne treatment gel. So, this would be a good moment. So a lot of times I'll get people a mini clear proof set so that you are demoing a mini and not a huge thing. But we were talking about yesterday, the mini in here is so mini that like at a party people would be like, how much is that? And you'd be like, no, the one you get is going to be bigger.
It's fun size. Yeah.
Fun size. So we just went ahead and demoed the full one out because like it's worth it, you know. And this is amazing. These are great. Like if you have a zit and you feel it coming, you put it on there and it will literally kill it. Like I have people that are customers of mine, or if people have maybe tried Mary Kay in the past and they walk in and I pull this out, if they have ever tried this before, people rave about it. Like people sell this for you. And like I had a customer and she bought the Clear Proof for her son. One thing we didn't talk about, but it's good to note, is that all of our products are 100% guaranteed to work, or you get your money back. So her son, he has really oily skin. So I think the Clear Proof is going to work really well on him. But like sometimes if people are dry skin with acne, I'm a little worried that the Clear Proof is going to be too drying for them. And so that's part of that with your customers, following up 2 days, 2 weeks, and 2 months, because like I don't want her son I think is going to be okay. I need to follow up with her. It's been about a week now. But I don't, but what's fun about Mary Kay is you can exchange things and you can swap things. So like, one of my friends' daughters, she got on the Clear Proof and she had dry skin. And I was like, okay, Taylor, like you got to keep me posted on this, 'cause I don't want you using it. Like I need you to know, I need you to tell me what's going on. And she's like, well, you know, it's working, but like my skin is like really dry. It's just dry and it's like irritated. And so what we did is she gave me back the cleanser and the moisturizer, but she kept the toner and the acne treatment gel. And we put her like on the Time-Wise normal to dry skin with the lotion. So just know that you can swap, exchange. I mean, that's the whole point of your service. So don't be afraid to follow up with people. Like sometimes we're afraid to follow up because we're like, I hope it's working. But like I tell people, like, if they have combination to oily skin and they get the Time-Wise mirror, and if they get our skincare, then I tell them right up front, like, just so you know, like maybe 40% of my customers break out when they're using this, because it's not just cleaning the surface of your skin, it's going 3 layers deep. And it's pulling that stuff out. So in your first 2 weeks, if you're breaking out, don't think it's not working. It is working. You just have to hang through it. And I'm going to be following up with you and making sure it's working. We can always change it out. But like, you know, don't be afraid to follow up with people, because you'll lose customers. If something's wrong, they'll think it's the product when it's not. It's either working or you just need to shift something, and they're going to be a loyal Mary Kay person for life, and they're going to sell your products for you because of how awesome the products are. So that's your Zit Zapper. It's amazing. What else we got in there, girlfriend? Oh, Microderm. You can use the pore minimizer if people have really big pores. The Microderm Sets helps with blackheads, pores, smoothing out the skin tone, making your skin look younger. But people can use the pore minimizer actually morning and night, even if it's not a microderm day. So people can microderm like 2 times a week if they have normal to dry skin, and like 3 times a week if they're more combination to oily. You just get a little bit of this. I like to do it in the shower, but like, you know, you just gently all over your face, your neck, and then wash it off. And when you are done washing it off, then you put the pore minimizer on. But this drastically reduces your, yeah. Okay, what else we got? Oh, I love these. This, my friends, is the oil mattifier. This is like a magician. You will be like a magician at your parties. So if someone is combination to oily or they don't like the shine, this goes on after people's moisturizer. My hand's not shiny, but I just love it. And they just take a little bit and they put it anywhere that's a shiny area, and it helps control the oil and the shine throughout the day. Like my sister-in-law, she has more oily skin. She keeps 2 of these in stock at all times because she never wants to run out of it. Like, it helps if people have oily skin, but like, look, I mean, look how matte my skin looks right there. And like, see how it glows more over here and more it's like matte. I know it's going to be, it does, it just trust me, it's so good. So like, I have people go to the bathroom mirror with this, and because after their moisturizer, they're kind of glowy, and I'll have them take this and take just a little bit and put it anywhere that they're shiny, and it's just instantly mattes their skin. This is so, I'm not telling you prices because prices can change, so I don't want to tell you what it is, but this is so inexpensive. And people will buy it because you let them try it. It is so good.
Yeah, I feel like before Mary Kay, I was always afraid to use moisturizers because my skin is oily anyways. So, you know, having that product available to somebody, like, that's going to make a world of difference.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And having the right kind of moisturizer. You know what I mean? Like, people who have oily skin, just as a side note, like, when you have the right kind of moisturizer, it actually slows down your oil production. Because if you have moisturizer in your skin, the oil is like, woo, I'm going to make some oil today. And then when you have moisturizer on, the right kind, it's like, oh, there's already moisture. Like, what am I going to do today? So it slows your, anyway. And then this is pretty great. This, I just thought would be cool to talk about. We were talking about it yesterday. This is part of the Time-Wise Repair line. So the other thing that you may not know about Mary Kay products is these are all made to kind of work together. So someone might be on some sort of miracle set, but let's say there's different kinds of eye creams, but let's say they were really like darkness in the under eye. Well, they don't have to use another kind of eye cream. They could use like an eye cream out of the Time-Wise Repair line, or someone could be like, I use all 4 lines. Like, I use the Voluform cleanser from the Time-Wise Repair. I use the Clear Proof toner and acne treatment gel. I use the moisturizer, or I use the day solution, just because I'm sensitive to the day cream and the Voluform Repair. So I literally use everything. And then Avery, my daughter, she uses the botanicals and stuff. I use this eye cream. And what we were talking about yesterday is if you look at it, that's where it's going to come out. But on the back side, it has this like massager kind of like round ball. Well, anyway... Yeah.
That is so cool.
So when you use it, you squeeze it out, but then you flip it to that round massager side and you massage that in, and it's really cold.
It feels super nice.
It is.
Yeah.
And like at parties, how I show people is I'll squirt it on their tray, but then it would be kind of gross if like everybody was like, ooh, passing it down like sanitary wise. But what I do is I just put that metal, and it's made with Zamek metal. It's a really cold metal. It's what they use in boxing rings when they get punched in the face and someone's over there going like that. It's an instant depuffer. So this helps depuff puffy eyes. It helps with darkness in the under eyes, fine lines, wrinkles. It also helps tighten and firm the eyelids and keep them from bleh. So good. And then the last thing, have you used this before?
Yeah, I used it when I first came to you.
That's fun. So satin lips, there's just a mask and a balm, and these are just really great because it shows all your, it gets all the dead lip skin off. And if I'm doing this at people's like skincare, like at their spa facial or something, then I'm always talking about the next thing. So I could say, so like at your mineral makeover or at your contouring clinic, this is going to be really helpful because this is going to get all the old dead lip skin off your lips, and it'll actually show us your real lip color. So at your contouring clinic, we'll be able to like find a really good lipstick for you, and this is going to show us the real color of your lips. Or like when I'm doing microderm on someone, it's getting rid of all that old dead skin and sloughing it off. And so I can say, this is really great because this is really going to get all that old dead skin off. So at your contouring clinic, when we're doing your foundation matching, it's going to be so smooth and flawless. Your foundation's going to stay on a heck of a lot longer. But this is going to give us a good idea of what kind of foundation you would need at your contouring clinic. So, and then if I was at a contouring clinic and let's say I was talking about foundation, well, then I could be saying, okay, so like at your spa facial, today we're really focusing on your foundation, but one of the most important things to beautiful makeup is beautiful skin. And so one of the things we'll do is your microderm, and that's blah, 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 blah. Or if they have oily skin, then I can say things like, well, at your spa facial, that's where you'll be able to try the charcoal mask, and it really like absorbs double its weight in oil and impurities out of your skin. It's like so cool. You can literally see everything coming out. So you're always talking about the next thing. And I mean, if you think about it, you can do so many different kinds of parties. Like people do like you could do pedicures, you know, where you with the mint bliss and the you could have them do satin hands on their feet, and it's like a pedicure. So you could do pedicure parties. You could do the contouring clinics. You could do the spa facials. You could just do masking parties. Like we do quad masking, where you can do 4 masks all in the same night. So you could have a quad masking party. So don't ever think that it's a one-time experience with someone and you're out of options. Like you can have lipstick boot camps. Like that's what we did at Maurice's. I mean, so lipstick boot camps where they can try all 8 shades of a lipstick from nude to dark. So there's a zillion. You could do a brow clinic. You could do an ice cream social where it's the ice cream, but you can have ice cream at the end where all you're going to do is focus on eyes. So, I mean,
So fun.
yeah, the possibilities are endless. So those were your skin bags. So then how we did makeup. Makeup is probably the more tedious one because there's so many shades and all that. But basically, what we did is we have this bag. Oh yeah. So she took her foundation tool. You don't have to put it in here, but she put it in here. But we have kind of like how I try to set up for parties before people come. So everything's kind of like in order of application. So I'm not scrambling through my bags. So like, you know, we have foundation primer that would always go on first. And then she took her CC creams. Side note about CC creams, if you did not know, is what's great about these is you can always blend these to match. So for example, sometimes people are very light in the winter, but maybe they bump up to light to medium in the summer. But if they have 2, they could be a pump of very light and a pump of light to medium, like in the spring and fall. And in the summer, they might just be light to medium.
Yeah.
So they're always going to match with your CC creams. They're the easiest to match. That's why they put them in your starter kit. If foundation matching freaks you out, that's what's great about
That's really cool.
these. Yeah. I lost your lid. Did it fall anywhere?
Did we lose the lid? I thought I heard it fall.
I felt...
Oh, there it is.
Okay, good. I didn't want to lose your thing. I dropped something else too, which I'm sure... Oh, there it is. Okay. So here you go.
There we go.
All right. Then the next thing we have in here, it was really easy. It was the under eye corrector, and that's what you put on underneath your foundation, or you can blend your under eye corrector with your concealers. The under eye corrector is really made for more like ivory to beige skin tones. I wouldn't do the under eye corrector on more like bronze colored skin, but that's where the concealers come in, because the under eye corrector, like if someone has already bronze colored skin, it's made to block the blues and purples. Well, if a woman has darker skin to begin with, like she wouldn't need probably the under eye corrector, but she would need the brightening concealers. So that's kind of how these work. So your under eye corrector is like a 1 shade for everybody, probably in the ivory to beige. But then your